Hello and welcome to Cavs Daily, your one-stop shop for everything Cavs related. I'm your host, Paul Williams, back with another banger for you today. Even though it's not going to be a lot of fun topics, we're still going to have fun with it. If you could, before we get started, like, subscribe, comment, let me know where I'm wrong, and just interact with the channel. It is appreciated. Now, with that out the way, let's get into tonight's game as the Cavs fall 130 to 123 against the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta in a game where the Cavs had every opportunity to pick up a victory and keep their hopes of advancing in the NBA Cup alive. Instead, they go scoreless the final 2+ minutes of the game in a game that was so freaking winnable for them. They trailed by just 3, 121 to 118 with 2:25 left. Got it again within a basket at 123 to 121 after Donovan Mitchell knocked down a 3 with 2:03 left to go. From there, the Cavs went scoreless, had a big turnover, also just not the best shot selection in those crucial moments, and the Hawks took advantage with back-to-back three-pointers that expanded what was actually a tied ball game at 123 apiece to a Hawks 129-123 lead, and it was over from there. The Cavs really had no answer, and I did forget to mention, after Donovan Mitchell hit that three, he got one more bucket to tie the game at 123, and from there the Hawks hit their back-to-back threes, and the Cavs lost the game. And not only did they lose the game, they really wasted a vintage Donovan Mitchell performance, giving up offensive rebounds and just getting bullied in the paint was really the difference for the Cavs tonight. They got outscored in the paint 64 to 46, and you could really feel it if you were watching that game. The offense all game long was just clunky and seemed out of sorts. Honestly, we put up 123, and again, a game Darius Garland plays, we put up at least 120. That's pretty much like clockwork at this point, but the offense was clunky. Even when we scored, it felt like a lot of times we were bailing ourselves out with just the talent that we have on the court. Wasn't a good game on that side of the ball, and also on the defensive side of the ball. After falling down double digits in the first quarter, like the Cavs always freaking do, we finally played the defense that we all know we're capable of playing in the second quarter. We completely flipped the game on its head, and after trailing by 10 early in the quarter, the Cavs took a lead by the 7 or really 8-minute mark. Only took them about 3 or 4 minutes to take the lead at 34-33 following another Donovan Mitchell basket. That capped a 14-0 run for the Cavs, who seemed like at that point they were about to take control of the game. Instead, the Cavs let the Hawks get off from three. They stopped scrapping on defense. They stopped rotating to the open man and communicating the way they need to, and it resulted in the Hawks regaining the lead. And even when the Cavs would take a small lead again, the Hawks always stuck around. But that 5-minute span to start the second quarter really showed what the Cavs defense is capable of, and it was disappointing we couldn't sustain it longer, because I think if we are able to play that type of defense for at least the majority of our games, we're going to be a very, very tough team to beat as we go forward. The Cavs were led by Donovan Mitchell, who was recently named the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He stood on that title, dropping 42 points on 15 of 28 shooting. Also 7 3-pointers for Donovan tonight to go with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Evan Mobley finished with a good stat line, but it wasn't all that the numbers say, and we're going to talk about that. Mobley had 20 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. Sounds like a great night, I'm not going to lie. So I might be hating at the end of the show, but whatever. You let me know what I'm doing. Jared Allen only had 8 points, had 8 rebounds midway through the third quarter. Didn't grab another one. Didn't make any type of impact in the second half. In the fourth quarter, he actually played from the 7-minute mark to about the 1-minute mark. Didn't do anything of note for the Cavs, and really showed why Kenny Atkinson leaves him on the bench a lot of the time. Darius Garland had 15 points and 10 assists for the Cavs, and no Cavs player scored in double digits off the bench. Jalen Tyson was the closest with 9 points. DeAndre Hunter, in his homecoming, going back to Atlanta, had 16 points on only 9 field goal attempts. He came out very, very aggressive, got into double digits early in the first half, but then kind of slowed down and they went away from him in the second half. I was kind of puzzled about that because he was looking really, really good in this game. He also had a big, big dunk in the second quarter, which drew a technical foul from the Hawks, who were in their feelings about getting crunched on. They should have been worried about playing better defense. Instead, they gave DeAndre Hunter a bump after his big dunk and drew a technical foul. But yeah, DeAndre Hunter played really, really well in the first half. You could tell he was motivated. Then he kind of just disappeared in the second half. Seemed like it might have been a little bit of him and a little bit of his teammates not getting him the ball. But you don't want to see that from DeAndre, especially when he's playing so well. So hopefully that can be fixed very soon. Jalen Johnson, who I said months ago would be my dream fit for the Cavs, even though it's not realistic. He did a little bit of everything tonight. He played 39 minutes, first of all. Dropped 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists for one of the best triple-doubles you'll see this season. He was really unstoppable when he wanted to be offensively, whether it was scoring himself or facilitating for other guys. So huge game for him as he led the Hawks, even though they got a lot of different contributions. Alexander Walker had 30, including a bunch of big threes down the stretch. And the Hawks eliminate the Cavs from NBA Cup contention. If you're upset about that, we'll be okay, I promise. Get over it. Now, I know it is still early, and I don't say this as like, oh my God, we're totally doomed and we need to blow up the team, but we're now over 25% into the season, even though we've had some injuries, well, a lot of injuries and guys in and out the lineup. We've seen a decent amount of data on the court to at least start to form an opinion on this Cavaliers team. And if one thing for damn sure, it's not last year's team. Seems like every game we're in this season, it is a slugfest, and even when we do win, it feels like we have to work so hard to get the dub. Just, it hasn't been always pretty for this Cavs team, and it hasn't been easy, and I don't know, at some point, if this continues, if we fall behind double digits, basically every single game, even the games we win, if we're always having to play from behind, if we're making these type of mistakes that we've made in the fourth quarter of close games recently, you can be, I think, at least a little concerned, and I do think that's valid. I do also think we'll be fine, but yeah, what we've seen so far, we can't feel as good as we did coming into the season. There's been moments that has kind of made me feel like, yeah, we are the team I thought we were going to be, and this is a top 2 team in the NBA, and I still do think we're a top 2 team in the NBA, but the Cavs have a lot more to figure out at this time of the season than they did last year. They clearly are not fully comfortable playing with each other and with these different lineups yet, and Kenny Atkinson seems like he's definitely not comfortable with this team just yet, and he's trying to work out the kinks as far as who he can rely on, what guys play best with certain rotations, and just figuring out the pulse of this team. It's really going to be a maybe not season long saga of us trying to find our identity and figure out who we are, but it is going to take a while, and we're clearly not there yet. I'm not panicking yet. I am frustrated, and I do think there's things we need to work on. We have to stop falling behind in every game. We have to stop putting ourselves in so many tough positions and having to make miracles to win games. We have to be better in the paint. We have too much talent down low to get dominated in the paint and on the boards and with points in the paint. We have to clean that up. And we just have to make better decisions. And I don't know, it seems like we're only there 50% of the time. Like the other half, they don't really, I don't want to say care about the game they're playing, but they're not totally into it. And those are things that do happen through a long NBA season, but it is something also as fans. I think it's okay for us to worry a little, but we're not going to be too reactionary. The Cavs will be fine, but yeah, there are some things we have to work on and some valid concerns at this point in the season. One thing that's not a concern to me at all is Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he's an MVP candidate this year, I think, flat out, point blank. He is playing at that type of level. He is carrying this Cavs team night in, night out. Seems like when he has a game where he only has 20 or 21, it's like, what's going on? What happened? Is Donovan okay? I mean, he's setting the standard so high for himself. It's pretty impressive when he's already been a superstar in this league for a while now. Don has dropped at least 30 points in 6 of the last 8 games. I mean, player of the week this week, and very rightfully so. He's doing it with efficiency as well, shooting 49% from the field in November to go along with 38% from the three-point line. I mean, he's really carried the Cavs this year. Every time we've needed a big shot, he's been there to take it and make it. And I don't know if the rest of the NBA world is really getting to tune in and see just how special Donovan Mitchell is and how he has taken his game somehow to another level this season. But it will be recognized at some point, and he will be all NBA first team if he even comes close to keeping up this pace. And I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. He's been the brightest spot in my eyes for the Cavs by far. He's taken the leap into certified top 7, top 8 in the NBA, and I don't see it stopping, honestly, anytime soon. He's also not like ball hogging. He gets his shots up, but he does it within the offense most of the time, and he's gotten much better at reading the room and figuring out when he needs to be more aggressive and put his foot on the gas, or when he maybe needs to take a step back and let some of the other guys get involved and get the touches and take some big shots. He just really came into his full self as a leader and as a MVP caliber NBA player, and that's what Donovan is right now. Looking at a second All-NBA first team, I mean, that's a certified superstar and a certified MVP level player. And he's playing at that level, so we need to appreciate that and give it up to Donovan because he really has been doing it all for us this year. And to wrap things up, today I just want to circle back to what I kind of teased a little earlier about Evan Mobley. While he did have a good stat line tonight with the double-double, I mean, if you watch a game, there's so many moments where he just looks unsure out there. He seems to make the wrong decision, and it's like he's planning what he's going to do before he does it, and even if it's not there, he still goes with that plan. And a lot of times it results in turnovers or bad shots. He's went from forcing his offense early in the year, maybe a little bit too much, to now at times he just disappears completely, like he's just given up on the offensive end. He only took 7 shots in Toronto on Monday when the Cavs had 7 rotation players out. In the game versus the Hawks tonight, his first shot was taken with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Took a couple more in the second quarter, then really picked it up in the second half. But I just feel like Evan Mobley, he came into this season unfairly hyped up and burdened with all of the accolades he should be able to reach, and the level of play he should come out setting the tone with this season. He's still a very young guy, still coming into his own. But yeah, after taking the leap he took last year, the expectations were through the roof, and so far he just hasn't lived up to those. And unfairly or not, that's just what it is. He still obviously has a lot of time to change that. It's early in the season, and he hasn't been terrible. So it's not like he's taken a big step back or anything. It's just he hasn't taken any step further from maybe like mid-season last year. I'm not convinced like that he just doesn't have that in him and he'll never be that guy like some people are already saying. I just think maybe he still needs a little more time, and he's not working off of our timeline or the media's timeline. He's working off of his timeline, and he's growing at his pace. And while there has been struggles this year, and I've been disappointed at times, I still have the highest hopes for Evan Mobley and think he will be a certified superstar in this league. But at the same time, he's not there yet. He still has a lot of things to work on, and he just has to get comfortable because it's so obvious so much of the time on offense. He's just still not positive of what route he should take. Should he be aggressive? Should he look to pass? He's still figuring it out, and it's been a bumpy road watching it with him. But I'm not giving up on him. I hope you guys aren't either. Let me know in the comments, and we'll talk about that more down the road. But we're going to wrap it up for now. Appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Sorry the Cavs couldn't give us better stuff to talk about, but we'll be bouncing back with another one tomorrow, and the Cavs will be bouncing back Sunday when we beat the Boston Celtics. Out of here, guys. Appreciate you. Have a great night.